others just don't know. I don't know. I'm looking, yeah.
Marc Clarke, that's classic. I love it.
Get your damn hands up. I was like, Mom, we about to blow up. You better blow up.
It's barely morning, and somehow Marc Clarke has to wake up. Of course, Marc has a little help.
I just want to float. Will you stay forever?
On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Riding bike on Hilton Head Island. I can't wait to get on the road again. Bam! Mom's in front. Bam! Skylar's second. Spencer's third. And last but not least, the first, Sid Rock. Heading to the beach.
Delicious beverage?
Duh.
Preparing students to demonstrate mastery of math state standards can feel like a dull, unending cycle of equations and practice problems. Unengaged, frustrated students can weigh on teacher confidence and lead to uncertainty about overall achievement. Two Ivy League-trained engineers observed this struggle and created a way to transform how students learn the fundamentals of math. Through the innovative Accoletics math program, EDA has helped more than 400,000 students achieve success on state-administered math tests and transformed the academic strategies and performance of schools nationwide. Accoletics' uniquely designed supplemental materials and tools are well aligned to your state standards and provide a clear path to exceed state proficiency standards. Through ongoing professional development, you will uncover common challenges and activate solutions that promise to improve student achievement in your school. By partnering with EDA and choosing Accoletics, you can start to see an unprecedented return on your investment in as little as one school year. Don't procrastinate on giving your teachers the tools to help students achieve their highest math potential. To learn how you can dramatically improve classroom instruction and learning, test scores, and student confidence, call, email, or visit Accoletics online today.
And welcome to the birthday edition of the Marc Show, Mr. Vegas. It is my birthday. My Facebook crew, I may not be listening. Let's see.
Okay, first things first. I think it says a lot about us that both of us worked on our birthdays.
Yes, that's
it
right.
says a lot about our commitment to the Marc Clarke Morning Show.
That's what we do, baby. We work on birthdays.
You know what I mean? No days off around here, baby.
Hey, no days off. Exactly, Bootsy. You got it right. You got it right.
No, because it would have said a whole lot if you'd have called out the day, and I didn't call out on my birthday. Woo! The social media post you'd have got from me today.
Oh, so you were judging me. Bootsy Vegas was judging me.
I was prepared to judge you, but now I don't have to, Mark.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, sir, happy freaking birthday, sir.
Well, thank you, brother. I'm looking at, I'm like trying to deal with this Facebook stuff, but looks like it might be one of those days, Bootsy, but that's okay because it's my birthday and people just have to watch another place. I mean, we're on
But look, though, how can Facebook not love you on your birthday?
You know what? It might have been my mistake. It could have been my mistake, Bootsy. It could have been my mistake.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Love you, girl.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and let me tell you how dedicated I am to this show. My son,
how dedicated are you?
Yeah, let me tell you how this. My son goes to school right by the National Mall. Instead of me going over to say hi to Allison and Tony and Annie and all of them, I'm like, no. I got to get home for Marc Clarke's birthday show. I literally drove right past them.
Man, see, this is the kind of dedication I asked from you, Bootsy. I said, I remember the call, Bootsy Vegas. I took the knife out of my pocket and I cut my thumb and I started bleeding. And I said, Bootsy, am I going to get this same type of dedication?
That's
and
what I was
said.
Thinking.
Man, you better put that knife back in your pocket. But yes, and ever since then, Bootsy, this is what's going on.
So how you feel, bro? Like just as you sit here and reflect on the last 2 years of this Marc Clarke journey, reinventing Marc Clarke, because you literally you spoke the reinvention. How was today on your birthday? What are your thoughts as you try to figure out your Facebook fans who are waiting for us?
Exact. So Bootsy, I tell you what, it's first of all, I am overrun with emotion. Oh, look what, oh, wait, whoa, no, wait a minute. Oh no, you didn't put the little baby Sam up in here. Wow. Really,
Happy
Bootsy?
Birthday to you.
Wow. I get the gift of Sam in here.
Hey, look, and the crazy thing is her picture is in our intro. So it's like we see her every day anyway.
That's right.
I'm there. I really am.
She's here. So yeah, Bootsy, I'm all in. I am all in on everything. I'm all love. I'm all again, gratefulness, thankfulness,
gratitude, and attitude.
Really just really, I think I'm in a space where I'm really appreciating every aspect of love, the growth, the journeys we go on. I'm singing it from the mountaintop, Bootsy. We all have, for people to follow their dreams, to don't let what's in front of you, don't let what we're seeing right now take you out of your game, take you out of your dream, take you out of all those things you want. Because a lot of times, what's in front of you is really is a lie, and if you let yourself buy into the lie, it can take you all the way out of your game. You can get depressed, you can get overwhelmed. It's really like laws of attraction, and we talk about this all the time. And one of the songs that used to sing at my father-in-law's church, it's called "Our Thoughts Are Prayers." Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying, right? And it is interesting. It's true. Whatever you're thinking about, the late Jerome Carter. I know you heard of him, Bruce. He used to be on with Russ all the time doing numerology and stuff. The late Jerome used to say, "You're only acting like you're acting because you're thinking how you thinking." And so it's true. It's like if you caught up in that, and all of us fall victim to it, you get into a negative space. You'd be like, "Oh, why is it always, it's the woe is me thing." Anytime you having that little pity party of the woe is me, the why me, I always think about, and my kids hate it. You better not say why me around me, because I'll say, why not you? And then you didn't say why me when you got that $1 million. You didn't say why me when you got that lovely wife, that lovely husband. You didn't say why me when you had those healthy kids. You didn't say why me when you got that blessing. So why say why me when it appears as though something is not going your way?
Mm-hmm. So Matthew, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I mean, I came in on the perfect time. I guess it's crazy. I just shared yesterday a story. It came up out the blue on my Facebook memories, and I forgot how much I loved it. Rico Love, the producer, he was talking about his story and quick testimony. He was saying how he was, I think, FAMU. He was a student, and he knew he was registered for this class, and the ladies for hours and hours and hours, he was just there in the line trying to get registered, and they were like, "You're not registered, you got to leave." And every Saturday he said he would go up to Atlanta to try to make it in the business, then he would leave every Sunday. And this particular time he was like, well, I guess I'm just going to stay in Atlanta. He was staying with the Corner Boys producers, and long short, they called in the middle, like on a Tuesday, about doing something for Usher. It was like, yeah, we got to do this real fast. And he ended up through all that writing Throwback on Confessions. And when he said, just so God was like, just so you know, it's me, he had the class, the students, the student center call back. And this is after he ended up getting signed with Usher and he got the record deal and all this other stuff. And they were like, oh, we spelled your name wrong. You are registered. So you can come back to school. And he's like, I got a record deal now. But he was like, God fixed it. So he said, where instead of it being this big blow up, I kept going. I kept just being faithful. And he just had 2 letters mixed up. That's it. And he said, that's all it was. And he was like, so same thing we're talking. You just have to, you can't look at what's in front of you. And you can't like say, this is just a bad situation. This isn't happening. Why is this happening to me? I know this. It'll make you think you're crazy, but you just have to be faithful and keep walking and let God do the rest. And he said, if it didn't happen, he said it was a Tuesday, I never would have been there. But God set it up so that he had the opportunity of a lifetime because God transposed 2 letters. And, you know, it happens like that all the time.
Wow.
All the
time.
Yeah.
It happens like that all the time. And for those of us who has happened to all the time, sometimes it's probably even harder because it's not harder because once you've tasted it, you know, you'd be like, okay, everything's going to be okay. And you know it. But I'll take that away because I feel for the people who have not had it happen or they have it happening, but your consciousness doesn't see it because you're in such a place, that you're blinded. And when you're angry, like I called today, so we've all had taxes issues, driving, like my tags are, I can't get my tags together because of owing some back taxes, but I got something, me and Allison filed jointly. So if I'm getting something individually, that means obviously that y'all got something wrong. Now we've been married for 22 years. I've never filed jointly here. So if I get something that's individual, then obviously something's wrong with the system. And you know how it is when you are, you need your car, you need this, you need that, and you call in and you're angry and you want something done and blah, 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 blah. Versus today when I called, first of all, I don't have today in my possession, whatever the number is, I ain't got it. And so I really was calling for inquiring, right? And I was calling and I was thinking about how different everything was, how clearer everything was, how less dramatic everything was, how I really got some great information because I wasn't, you know how when you call and I gotta happen because I'm gonna start tomorrow, I gotta do this, I gotta that, and so everything's versus I was just calling like, whatever it could be $1 billion, it don't matter.
You wasn't gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that today, and obviously there's something wrong here. But also I knew that it wasn't going to be fixed in a matter of 2 days either. It ain't going to be fixed right now. But I got information, and so everything. The call was great. He was calm. Normally you call and the people sometimes be tripping, right? He was calm. He helped me out. He took the information. And I was just like, wow, sometimes when you look at a situation and you say, maybe it's not you, it's me. I think a lot of times in our life, that's the scenario. Also, when you are very frustrated and tapped out, it's hard to see you know, like Bootsy always, I know you're tired of me saying this, but you know, you've had death dates. So who gives a damn about a car? Who gives a damn about assignment at school? You know what I'm saying? That puts everything in perspective, right? And so even what you're going, even if you feel like you're struggling, but you got your health, you can you can fight to live another day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all these things on a birthday, you know, that's what happens. Your birthday, you kind of like reminisce. And I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna play some videos and stuff of my favorite people. I'm gonna play some videos of my family members that you guys know. Some of you guys know, some of you don't. Just to celebrate them, because that's the other part. For those of us who've lost, and just like that, emotion to creep up on you, almost creeped in, Bootsy. Mama almost came up in here. Because it seems like a movie, don't it? When you see these pictures and these moments, and then they're gone, you'll be like, it feels like it did. Not that it didn't happen, but it just seemed like a movie. Because you remember when, just like with these kids, Sam, you remember when they came out. You remember all those concerns you had before they even got here, and now they walking around doing stuff. Bootsy, they out here hitting home runs, reminding you of yourself. People say stuff about it. You can't necessarily even see it, but there's some moments when you do see it. Yeah. You're looking at their future. You're thinking about the world that they're going to inherit. Mm-hmm. All this stuff. It just seems like, man, it can be overwhelming. But so I think birthdays a lot of times are those times for us. Bootsy, what were you saying?
No, I mean, same thing. I think it's just it is a reflection of gratitude, because this, I always say, this thing called life, this ride called life, you know what I mean? And for me, I'm reminded twice a year about this. I'm just thinking about in general. I had plans in January. I had a agreement in place, and may he rest in peace, because his birthday was a few days ago. Bruce Johnson from Channel 9. We had a designated plan kickoff for his book. What we were going to do, how we were going to record it. And, on my birthday and then the beginning of the summer, I'm always reminded of that. So this thing called life, enjoy it, ride it, and try to empower people. So I don't know. I mean, it's really a lot. But I will say this, man, this is, for what we're doing here on this Marc Clarke morning show, this has been amazing. I tell her, I've been told a few people this. I tried to talk you out of letting me be on the show. And you was like, nah, bro, stay. I'm like, Mark, I can produce it. You like, no. But this has been great. And what we get on here every day, literally, we don't know who is coming. We don't know what they're thinking. And somehow we found a connection. Even the other day with Flat Earth Dave, who was, and it's so interesting. I talked to Paul Porter yesterday, and I was just putting them to the two craziest interviews we had. Is the legendary Captain Paul Porter, who decides before he leaves he wanted to show us his gun, and Flat Earth Dave. I'm like, man, there is never a day. But Samantha, before we get into this, Samantha has decided to create an EP for herself.
Okay.
But she said that, like, what is going on? She hasn't been doing it, whatever. Congratulations on that. Can you just tell, because me and Mark are still amazed by you. What made you do this, and what do you hope to get out of this process that you're doing? Because it did come out of nowhere, because we know you and we didn't even know it was coming.
It did. I'm glad you did the random.
Damn, we're gonna talk about that today.
But it's the perfect theme. Like I just told Bootsy yesterday that today is not only your awesome birthday, but my grandmother's turning 90 today.
Awesome.
And happy birthday to grandma too, right? And I was like, this is a special day for special people. And to the EP, it really came out of a space where I was like, for so many years, I've had songs and I've had a gift that I kind of wanted to share with people. And going along with, I guess, the theme of the day, it's like tomorrow's not promised. What good is it doing on my computer? Who is it serving? Why do I even want to create music in the first place? It's not about my ego. It's not about me. It's about something that I know God gave me that I'm supposed to share. And if I continue to be in my head and get in my way, then I'm not serving the people I'm supposed to serve. I'm not giving God anything with what he gave me. I'm just like burying my talent. And it doesn't matter what things I think I'm not, or how much I think I am enough or not enough, or I'm too this, I'm too that, and psychoanalyzing myself and beating myself up. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about what I'm supposed to do with what God's given me. And there's a whole bunch of songs in there. So, hey, why not? So it's one of those, I want to share the songs. I want to empower other people to say, whether or not you're going to be hitting the stage or you got some babies, it doesn't matter. You know, if you have a gift and you want to do this, no matter what it is, whatever dream you have, it's never too late. It's never something that you have to feel you're not worthy to do. And so through talking to some friends and just randomly out the blue, I was driving. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. So I just gathered some songs and just, you know, finally about to share them after I don't know how long. After I don't know how long. So it's, to me, it's just a gift. It's a gift. It's one of those things. It's not anything else but just wanting to share what I believe I'm supposed to do.
Was it one particular incident that clicked, or it was just you just thinking this for a while?
It was. I've been doing a podcast. It hasn't been launched yet. But a friend of mine that I met.
It's not the Marc Clarke Morning Show podcast, but go ahead. We're gonna let you live. We're gonna let you live.
This is a whole show, a whole network. I mean, podcast. This is more than a podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't down.
She's too kind. You're far too kind.
You know, but we were having a moment with a friend of mine in Munich, Germany, that we've connected. And we were just talking about the beginner's mindset of an artist. And just when you have this idea that it's, again, not about self and it's about sharing. It's about the perspective of having, I don't have to master it all. I don't have to be perfect. What is perfection? You know, you do all that. And then when you come back in, you realize that I actually have everything it takes right now. And what I don't have, God will help me along the way. And
come on now.
Once I was driving with what we recorded, I was like, yeah, I'm not taking my own advice. I need to do something. I'm trying to perfect it, but it's already good enough. You know, I'm good enough. It's good enough. We're all good enough. We just have to get out of our own way. And it's a really freeing space when you mentally just are following and you're not.
Come on now, Sam. That's what I'm talking. She's look at her all grown up.
Man, amazing. I'm happy for this moment, my God. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. I'm just so happy for this moment.
Because OG there he's known this about you for the last 20 years. But anyway, so first we're gonna just hop off into some things on some of my favorite things that I've been watching on. I've watched over the years, or I just watched, or just for people, some of my favorite people. So one that I don't think gets enough love is this. Vegas arm. I think that's underrated. Bootsy, you gave some insight into your freakiness arm. That arm said everything we needed to know about you.
Hey, and Samantha, the crazy thing is I didn't even know Mark was there looking at that. So you know what I mean? And the most crazy amazing thing is Mark had never, I don't know if Mark had an idea of that go-go life. So that was very interesting.
That go-go life. Didn't know.
Yeah, and because my students say that to me. I've had two students. I had a student, not to cut you off. I had a student ask me about 3 weeks ago and said, Mr. Sally, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah. They were like, are you famous? And I said, famous? No, I can't be, because I'm sitting here working with you, begging you to hop on Zooms. And she busted out laughing. So she was like, her parents had told her about me. So now I'm
told her about that. When I saw this lady the other day, Bootsy, we played this with Samantha before we interviewed a minister, but I had to laugh again. Another moment I just saw this is just again some. You know what, man? I'm gonna come back to that because first Bootsy, I'll do some of my people, okay? And so, let's see. Let me see what's this one. Moo Moo Fresh at the Roots Picnic. Let me tell you something. Moo Moo Fresh is a damn superwoman. This outfit, everything about Moo Moo, she is a superstar.
She's phenomenal.
Roots Picnic, I put Moo Moo Fresh up against anybody out there, period.
Me too.
And I was just thinking about not just the talent, but the talent, the look, the everything.
I'm putting work in till they close the curtain. Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'. Putting work in till they close the curtain. Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'. Putting work in till they close the curtain. Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'. Putting work in till they close the curtain. Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'. I'm from the seed of blackness. Check out the lean in my stature. I'm certified seen with binoculars. You can never find another queen that could capture. From the temples to the ghetto slums, get them enraptured. I'm a trailblazer, I'm a hellraiser, I'm already major. I don't need no favors. I got 7 black names to choke your tongue. Got a calling on my life that'll get you done. I'm deeply rooted, my scalp ain't never felt no perm. I'm darkly suited like I'm back from a case of germ. Black is the whole of your mama's universe where you was formed. The point.
Come on.
Bruh.
Whoa.
But Mark, I don't know if you saw this. Jamel Hill did an interview with her the other day.
She was so excited.
It was phenomenal. Y'all got to check this interview out. Oh my God, y'all got to check it out. She was amazing at the Roots Picnic.
And so that's one side. Then you got the other side.
Yo, what up? It's Kevin Lau.
Okay, let me hold that one.
Okay, come on.
I don't have. I'm sorry. It's my birthday. Okay, it's my birthday. What is it? That's my birthday. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. All right. So this actually was we were in Miami and we celebrated my birthday. And also we celebrated, well, I'll tell you, this was the little celebration in Miami. They surprised me, of course. The kids surprised me. I'm at dinner, you know, they were just celebrating my birthday.
Miami vibes.
Somebody was about to cry. Somebody was about to cry.
And also, Bootsy, was the first time I've been fed by a man since college. You know, so that was odd. It was like, what is this? What's happening right now?
Don't choke.
But also, speaking of again, what we talk about, you can't look at what's in front of you, right? So we do this show, Bootsy. As you can see, we started this show right after I was on television every day, every weekday. And I said, I'm going to do the show, but I'm going to wear this outfit you never know who's watching. You never know what's going on. Also to keep the energy going. Because again, it's almost like that thing that says the universe doesn't know. So if you practice in your mind, it's like practicing physically. So if you're a basketball player, if you're shooting in your mind, if you're a golfer, if you're whatever you're doing, if you're a singer, whatever if you're just going through the motions in your mind, the universe feels it's the same as doing it in person. And so the same thing, so what, you're not on a television station, so what, you're not at a radio station. If you're practicing, so what, you're not speaking in front of 1 million people. But if you're practicing like you're speaking to 1 million people, you draw it to you draw it to you. Those reps ain't gonna hurt you, they're only gonna help you. I know as an artist, sometimes we put away our horn, our instrument, we don't pull it out until we feel like we need to use it, versus working on it every day, because you never know when that call's gonna come. So I'm proud to say that I have accepted a position. I can't say specifically what it was, but I accepted a television position. So I will be returning. Crew who's been riding with me, all you guys have been riding with me. This journey's crazy, and to now segue into a situation where I have, you know, when I did it in DC, it was a temporary position. I was in for somebody who was having a baby. This position is a contract. You know, it's a contract. It's a full-time position, and look at God. Look at God. So
I mean, I don't want to like jump in, but to see you at the top of the year and to see every single day, like the show, I remember I was like, I'm a fan of the show. To see you just in such a light, and you've always been, even before this show started, so gracious, so kind, humble. Like you're a good person to everyone you meet. And I'm beyond, like, I am not getting emotional. I'm not.
Yeah,
but
because we're gonna put you out of here. You ain't here to be emotional today.
No, I'm not doing it, but I'm just I'm grateful to witness what has happened with you, Marc, and I'm so proud of you, and no one deserves it. No one deserves it more. You've manifested. You manifested it.
Lord, and again, you guys have been on with me. Some of you have given me money. Some of you have given me your talents for free. Some of you have just been encouraging.
Yeah, but look here though, bro. I think the real mark about all this is that you didn't let the situation derail you. You could have easily just derailed. To me, I was amazed. In my mind, I'm thinking, is this man gonna really come in here every day at 10 a.m. in the morning and do this? And so I'm thinking, and I was also thinking, well, if he gonna be here, I better make sure I'm be here, because number one, it's so interesting because I talked to Miss Cowherd last week. We actually had a hour-long conversation, and she was also amazed that we do this every week. But I just think that the testament to your commitment to the craft, because for some reason, for whatever reason, you got up every morning and did this. And I would be thinking, out of about 3 weeks of us doing it every day, I'm thinking, man, this nigga really is serious. Like, he's really doing this. Like really, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, like, this is amazing. And then the other thing that I was amazed about was how serious you took it. You dressed up every day. I mean, you was on here every day. We had guests, and I would be thinking, like, he got guests every day, and PJ Morton's coming, Moo Moo Fresh. I'm like, man, this is for real. But I just think that sometimes preparation and opportunity meets in the middle. You were preparing when there was no opportunities, no hope, or whatever. You know what I mean? That's number one.
Up early, not early, like 10-9, like 6 every day.
Like this man was on location doing this stuff. You know what I mean? So I think the real testament is, follow your destination and be destined to get there. I mean, if whatever happened, you absolutely deserved it. And if we don't learn nothing about the Marc Clarke story, and as long as you do not have the defeatist attitude, you're gonna be okay. Yeah. It was never a defeatist attitude in you. You just kept it moving. And in life, as long as you don't throw your hands up and you don't have that attitude and you're staying there, something will eventually come open. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah.
Something will come open. Like, and let me tell you, you never know, because literally the last 3 days, the last 2 weeks, I have been offered 3 jobs.
Come on now, Bootsy Vegas.
Literally, like, I got offered a job. Well, you know what? Shoot, we all in here, giving Jews. I have been offered a part-time job being a media coach for Monumental Sports, the conversation that started, where I am prepping the rookies from the Wizards, the rookies from the Mystics, the rookies from the Go-Go on media training. How? I don't even know. I'm like,
yes.
You know what I mean? So it's just going to show you that, and it came from them watching this. That's another thing. You know what I mean? So I think the great thing about you, Marc, is you never had a defeated attitude, and as long as you keep yourself in the mix and you keep playing the game, something will happen. And despite how many tears or whatever everybody gonna throw, you absolutely deserve this, because anybody that watch the show on Great Day Washington know they should have found a way to keep you in the mix.
Oh, and now wait a minute now, Bootsy Vegas. There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But see, God had a different plan.
Right.
God had a different plan. He had this whole platform, and now you said they were watching this. Like, you didn't just help yourself, you helped all of us. You helped all of us. You gave me confidence. Like, it's just.
Well, it's crazy. Sam, it's so funny. You remind me again, like, it's so funny, like, and I know you're so talented, but sometimes it takes us a long time to come into the belief. And even those of us who've been doing it a long time, that's what I'm saying. The mind, where you are mentally is so important, because what happens is, like, I'll never forget a friend of mine years ago. I told this story before, Bootsy, you know the story. El DeBarge, my friend had a club. He was trying to find El DeBarge. We tracked down El DeBarge. At the time, El DeBarge was working for Chico DeBarge. Let me say it again. El DeBarge was working for his cousin, Chico DeBarge. El DeBarge did not believe there was a market for him. El DeBarge is working for Chico DeBarge. What? Yeah. So we get him. Now, everybody, Bootsy and Sam, everybody knows all DeBarge's songs. Right. So, of course, DC gonna know. The club owner brings El DeBarge. When El arrives, there's a line around the block. Yeah. He was shocked. He didn't know people would feel him like this. Dude, you're El DeBarge.
You are the DeBarge.
Not just the pretty face, not just the singer, but probably one of the greatest songwriters of his time. And he's in the mix of songwriters, right?
Oh, 100%. And guess what? The greatest album nobody knows about. This album exists. It is online. You can go on YouTube. I mean, you can go on iTunes. Him and Maurice White did a whole album in the late 90s.
Wow.
Please go check it out. If you want to hear this, it's like DeBarge mixed with Earth, Wind and Fire. And man, that is a test, because El DeBarge is in high demand right now. He is in demand.
He's been in. I'm trying to tell you, like,
man.
He didn't, but then he didn't know. This was back, if you guys know, Juice Lounge in DC when he first opened. And so it was just it's a reminder. Sometimes either as you're coming into yourself, right, or you're trying to figure it out, or you felt like you fell off, or it's always the mind piece. It's always how you think about yourself. And sometimes it takes somebody. Sometimes just seeing a spark. That's one thing about the reinventing thing that I am excited about and proud about. In the reinventing group, people saw the journey. They saw it start. They saw me lose weight. They saw me do the surgery. They saw and so people were like, "Well, damn!" I heard somebody even say that, and it was funny. It's like a backhand compliment, Well, damn! If Marc Clarke can do it, I know I can do it. I was like, yeah. If your ass can do it, then I know I can do it, Marc. I'm like,
Marc Clarke?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. But you know what I mean? Hey, sometimes let's keep it real. When there's people close to us, family members especially, you be like, well, damn,
Yeah.
But I also think what I thought was amazing about your journey was how open and honest you was with everything. There were some days I was thinking, I don't know if I would have said that. I mean, you were open and honest about the WHUR situation. You were open and honest about before you did the surgery, about how you was going up and down with it. Like every day, you opened yourself up every day, literally. But this is when I knew that it was working, was where you had made a connection was when you had that event in December and it was packed. And I was like, wow, like, okay, so I'm not the only one that see it, but you reach so many people, you reach so many different demographics, thoughts, and perspective, but you were so open and transparent, everything, like everything, you know what I mean? I just think that is the great thing is that you opened yourself up, and when you open yourself up, you don't know what's going to be coming your way. And I think this is just a whole coalition of that, because I don't know many people that would have did what you did being as open and about everything. Like I felt like I didn't even need to talk to you because you were just going to say it anyway. So now, ooh, like
I mean, transparency is a power.
It does what I know. What it attracts. Like my whole life, I've had these amazing conversations, these amazing relationships, these amazing connections. And because I think it is because I'm open, it just happens. And like it'll come, you at least expect it, you least expect it. And you'll be like, you get a nugget, you'll get something, you get a blessing and don't expect it. So again, as we celebrate my birthday, I got to shout out my mother. Now, this is the thing. And Bootsy, I know you've lost your parents.
Yep.
The interesting thing about aging and parents is as they, my mother has had multiple strokes and different things. And so near the end, she was still mom, but she was different, right? She was different, more vulnerable. And this I'm about to play, I love it because mom was a fighter, right? And mom was like, she was in assisted living and she had a stroke and she was, but she was proud that she could put her own clothes on and this and that. She still needs some help. But I love this because not only did she look like a doll, she was proud, baby. My mom she was letting you know I'm dressing myself. And I just think again, when you talk about, your birthday, obviously you think about your birth. And for me and my mother, it was me and her, our theme song was Helen Reddy's It's Me and You Against the World.
Wow.
And when you have this whole journey has been exciting, but let me tell you something. Mom was in DC, in the DC area when Allison was on television, and she didn't get a chance to see me on television. But baby, can you imagine? My mom would have been beating you down. You better not change this damn channel. Mom would have been holding down the channel from 4:30 until I got off at 11. And she would have been like, "No, you cannot." And then people would have been mad. So I think God was like, "Okay, Miss Johnson, go ahead and come up here with me because you're gonna be a problem." Because but for those who never got a chance to know her, and this ain't the Jackie you would have met when I was a kid, because she was more like the lady I'm gonna play later on. This was the sweet older Miss Jackie. But again, I gotta play my mom on my show on my birthday.
Mom, you're 84. What's the secret to 84?
Trust in the Lord.
Number one.
Trust in the Lord and take care of yourself.
Oh, get it, girl.
Because I still dress myself and try to do as much for myself as I can.
Well, we love you. Happy birthday. We wish you 100 more.
Thank you very much. Hope I can stay to 100 years if this money comes through. All I have to do is lay back and rest.
Mom was waiting for the publishing house clearinghouse check to come, baby. She was waiting for that check. She was serious. She said, if that money come, I can just lay back. And so, and so again, when we go through this thing, I was a caregiver for Allison's dad, and, mom was assisted living. And it almost feels like, again, you look back at pictures and you look back at moments. Even let's keep it real, y'all. We have friends, we have family members that, we don't see, we don't talk to, and we just have almost memories of what it was.
Right.
Because you can't get it all in, right? If you happen to live in the same place, that's one thing. But it's a trip, though, ain't it? It's like at the end of the day, there's friends that,
Man. Now, look, for me, it's even different because I've had 2 band members that passed away. So whenever I hear certain songs that we did together,
yes.
I mean, literally, rest in peace to the legendary Tony Reds, who did radio here in DC.
Yes.
Most people do not know that we were in the band growing up from the same neighborhood. There is not a day that goes by if I listen to Magic 102.3 or any old 90s, because we were in the band for almost 19, 20 years. He instantly pops in my head. Shout out to rest in peace, D Nasty as well. Like those 2 people, there's not a day that I don't go thinking about them. And that's what these memories do. You know what I mean?
Music and all that
Yeah, man. Like
just takes you back to moments.
Man, oh man. I mean, literally, some days I'll just have to turn it off, and I'll just start playing go-go music, which for some reason my son ain't connecting with like I thought he would. But that's a whole nother
generation.
Yeah.
It hurt your heart, Bootsy.
Man, me and my son gonna have to have a talk about this one. Now I don't know if his mama got something to do with this, but he's not connected. Now the only reason why he's not on full punishment is that he do connect with Earth, Wind, and Fire, so that's not bad. But him not loving go-go and not wanting to hear it as much as I do, we're gonna have to have a conversation about it.
Well, here's the thing, Bootsy. This is what you and now okay, let's keep it real. What you need to do is first of all, quit forcing it down his throat. But it's a part of your life, right? So just play it and love it. Just you play it and love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know how it is, Bootsy. When he gets older, because we do the same thing.
You're right.
When you get older, you don't think of Dad. Every time he hears that song, he'll be like, "Oh my God, Dad loved that one."
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I do that too. The other thing is, lately this has been happening a lot. He'll keep saying, "Dad, why do everybody know you? Why do everybody know you, Dad?" Like, he keeps saying this, "Dad, why everybody stopping speaking to you?" Why?
And what is your answer?
I'm like, I don't know. Like literally, there are sometimes like when we go out, people are kind of like, they'll stop like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" And he'll just be looking like, "What is this?" You know what I mean? Like, can we hurry up there? We got to get to the baseball field because you know me saying, I'll stop and talk. You know what I mean? So lately, my son has been dealing with all of that, along with that $100 bill incident we had the other day, Mark, which boy, I was. Samantha, let me tell you the little $100 bill incident. Sunday after the baseball game, Sanchez finds a $100 bill in Wawa and says, "Daddy, I found this $100 bill. We should walk around and see who lost the money." I said, No. Don't worry about that. He says, "No, Daddy, it's not ours. It's not right. We should just go find out who lost this money." I said, "Sanchez, how are we going to find out who lost? Like, how would they know who money it was?" He said, "Oh, no, Daddy. Just ask them, do they know the serial number on it? And if they tell you the number, then that means it's their money." I said, "Okay. We're not doing that." You know what I mean? And so he's like, "No, Dad." And I'm like, "Sanchez, give me the $100 and be quiet." Just, you know what I mean? So he was a little upset with me about that $100 that we found.
That's you raising him right.
No, and like he was a little emotional about the fact that
somebody lost their money.
Yeah, like and Samantha, like he really was emotional. And we know we talking about mothers and all that. You know, my son is born on my mother's birthday.
Come on now.
Which is still out of all the things that has happened to me in my life, to sit in the room like, wow. So my mother dies in high school, and then here comes this guy. But they act very emotional, like when they're passionate and they feel like something is wrong, like, you know what I mean? And the other thing is, you know this, Samantha. My mother was a choir director and played piano, and Sanchez likes the piano. I don't play the piano. I never tried to learn the piano. I had the music teacher comes to me at the beginning of the year and was like, "Yeah, so Sanchez is gonna play for the Christmas thing, and he's learned the 2 songs." And I'm like, "Well, how'd you learn it?" He's like, "I learned it on YouTube." So it's so many correlations about how she acts like that.
Oh, it's a connection for sure. I already told you the story with Soraya, my little 4-year-old, and how she was like 2, and I lost my dad suddenly in 2010, but we were the music people. I got all my music from my dad's side, and she was singing this song, washing her hands, and I was just like, "Okay, girl, like that's good. Where'd you come up with that? How'd you like that?" She's like, "Pop, pop, Gunny." I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "What?" Yeah, my dad, and it was one of those situations where I have so many stories and recordings of her talking about him. To this day, she'll talk about him. I don't know how the little one, my little 9-month-old, is going to deal with the connection, but I know and she's a super music kid. Like she's a super music kid, and I know it's my dad. But she mentions him so much.
I never knew that. I never knew that. And the interesting thing is, she has a personality like your father as well.
Yeah.
Because I can still remember your father being upset about you doing the risk songs with me.
Die-hard Cowboys fan. He was like,
he would be like, "You got
that's
my."
when I knew you had something. When you did the go-go, it was like, "Hail to the Redskins." He was like, "Okay, all right."
I never knew that, Samantha. You never told me that.
I'll let you enter my home. I'll let you enter.
Wow.
And so so again, I don't talk about my dad a lot because I only met him one time. I met him one time, and I did this little video, this video clip because I think my mother, and again, as you get older, you start putting together your parents' lives, the things you didn't know about. But I had this little moment. My mother used to have a camera. She was one of those people who knew she was in the media too. She was the aunt that used to film everybody with her portable camera.
Wow.
And so they filmed her on her wedding day. And this is something that's a part of our family. So again, as we celebrate my birthday, I wanted people to get to know a little bit more about me. This is my mother and father on their wedding day.
Wow.
And I played this for initially because Sydney, when she was little, people thought she looked like Muhammad Ali. And I said it was because your grandfather looked like Muhammad Ali. And sadly, I did not get my father's good looks because I might have been a crazy person. But this is mom and dad on their wedding day.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr.
Wow.
Vegas. Is that crazy?
He looks like Muhammad Ali.
Is that crazy? Mr. Vegas, what's going on there, buddy?
Man, you're putting us through every emotion today on this show. Jesus. Man,
so we're lighting it up. Now, this is when Daddy, Bootsy, one of your favorite people, Skylar.
Sky
Dollar Sign. When she, even as a little one, she was a go-to. I was auditioning, and again, guys, you guys are both in the same field. Oprah was looking for hosts. I was auditioning. You know how you submit your little video. Is that really real? Who knows? But you still go for it. Why? You're at home anyway.
Hold on. It's real because me and Samantha did it, and that's how I got on Donnie Simpson. We said it on Facebook.
We'll see. There you go. We'll see.
100% is real for me because that's what me and Samantha did.
So why not go for it? So I had the little one Skylar introduce her dad, because when this is her introducing me for Oprah.
I love it.
We'll get Daddy to tell you the word he wants to say. And my daddy.
Hi, Oprah.
Yeah.
Let me,
My name's Skylar. Hi, Oprah. My name's Skylar.
Okay, let's start again.
Okay. I'm not taping you. I'm just practicing.
Okay. Hi, Oprah. Wait, I would be so you're going to see me like this.
You look good.
Hi, Oprah. Wait. Hi, Oprah. Wait.
Oh, Lord.
Hi, Oprah. This is my daddy, Marc Clarke.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe I'm not going to see me like this. Oh my God.
Like, hold up, wait. Hold on.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, that's so cute.
Skylar was, I didn't get the gig, but that right there is priceless, right?
Priceless.
Did you think that Oprah saw it?
Probably not.
Okay.
Do they really ever do that? I mean, I hope so, but and then Bootsy, this is the daddies, we all dads with daughters. All dads with daughters hope to have this thing. Sitting Sweet 16.
Boy, my daddy Cant Dance, edition 1. Okay, let's go. Take 1. Okay, how bad did you feel when you saw the playback though? When you messed it up.
Oh, I was messing it up.
Yeah,
I was messing it up.
I mean, wow.
I was messing it up, but you know what? It didn't matter because, you know, and then, you know, poor Skylar, COVID and everything else. And, you know what I mean? It's too bad, man. The COVID messed everybody's thing up because they, you know, they didn't get a chance to get all that. But now that was 16. Now Sydney's 21.
Wow. Dr. Sydney, let that be known.
And again, I'm just giving y'all a little bit of the family for those as we celebrate my birthday, because you know it's all about, for us, it is family is our move. Yeah. And see, forget you, Bootsy. Dude just say, get it, Mark. See, she appreciates the stylings of.
Okay, well, you know, y'all, if y'all gonna let him off the hook,
she's gonna love that forever.
I'm not, but hey, I'm not a part.
Don't hate it. Don't be a hater. Not on the birthday.
I said Sydney's 21, Skylar's 20, and baby is 17, gonna be 18. Wow. But there was a time, Sam, when they were like, you got a 4 and a baby?
4 and a soon-to-be 10-month-old.
Okay. Well, so I'm telling you, Sam.
Busy is not the word.
It's gonna go just like this.
I know.
Happy New Year. Hi, my name is Sydney. Happy New Year.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Happy New Year.
Look at the camera. Hi, my name is Sydney. Happy New Year.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Happy New Year.
Skylar, your turn.
Hi, my name is Sydney.
Wait a minute. What's your name?
My name is
Skylar.
Skylar, and Happy New Year.
Spencer, your turn. Say hi, my name is Spencer. Happy New Year. Spencer. Happy New Year. Okay.
All girls. Wow. Well, hey, look. You can tell that Skylar always has something to say. You can even when you can see she got something to say even when she was young.
Yes,
looking like a miniature Allison. That
my goodness, yes.
Literally a miniature Allison. You know what I mean? Wow.
And so now, guys, see, I did the family segment. Now we're moving towards back to the things that either some of my favorite things on social media, some of my people. Like you said, so you know, Bootsy, how close me and Paul Porter all are, but we have not met in person ever.
The captain, Paul Porter.
Isn't that crazy? We're super close. So this brother, of course, you know, Shannon, who of course is like a baby sister, Shannon Ramsey. Her album's produced by these guys. I've been loving King Midas forever. Wow. Still have never met him in person, but I saw this in Bootsy. He's Roger, King Midas, his brothers, the Natives. They are beasts, and they're producing. Everybody's hearing about him. But this clip to me just says how hot he is and how hot the talent there. It's old school. It's new school. This is King Midas. I just saw this on Instagram today.
Wow.
Right. So no wonder Shannon's album is dope.
Man.
Because that's just a little bit. You're like,
that song never gets old. Her intro, the intro to the theme that we got here.
Right.
That song never gets old to me.
That's true. It's true. Right. It's like it reminds you old school and new school. Also, I saw this, last night I was like, what are we going to do tomorrow? But I was out of town, so I missed the Preakness in Baltimore. And this year, the Preakness was special because Kevin Lyles put together the entertainment, including Meg the Stallion. So now Preakness is a whole new thing. So now DC can finally come to Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, and give some love. No comment, Bootsy? What happened, Bootsy? You ain't saying no comment.
No. Me and you've been talking about it, but you know, people been going to the Preakness from DC for a while, but I'm loving the entertainment aspect of it. And I'm loving the fact that Kevin Lyles, who is a Be More native, is really interjecting himself in it. I love the fact that, and shout out to Kevin Lyles because he's a humble guy too, man. Great guy.
Yeah. So we didn't give you a little bit of it. Again, I was out of town. I missed it, but Shannon performed. Meg, everybody was there. This was a little.
Kevin Lyles, Preakness Live, 147, 300U. We are here. We're making it special. We got 5 different episodes live from Baltimore, live from the Preakness. Let's get it.
300 TNT. You see the trophy, ho, you talking to the breadwinner. The motivators of the culture. They not us. They can't do what we do.
What about it? It just goes on and on and on.
In B-More, my favorite place. Guys, we have Meg Thee Stallion, Lauryn Hill, Brittany Spencer, Wanmore. Whole lot of my friends and family came out. Park Heights, Pimlico, all of Baltimore City, all of Baltimore County, all of Maryland.
Shannon. Yeah.
I love it, Shannon.
Yes. And so that, I think that's going to be, and that's exciting because I think that's going to be an annual. It's going to, add some, opportunities for artists, to actually not only perform, but, to meet. I think, is this Shannon?
Y'all hear the birds chirping? Yep. It's 5 a.m. Good
morning and good night.
Exactly. Yo, the sun is coming up. This is hard work and dedication. That fake video gonna be lit. I can't.
So Shannon's working on the video for Faith. They did it at a skating rink. They're working that together. So,
the most amazing thing about this that I wish everybody who are watching this, the fact that Baltimore has a distinct accent, DC has a distinct accent.
I heard that.
Whenever I hear her talk, I just love Baltimore women even more. That's the one thing about there's something about their accents and the way they phrase words that it does something to me spiritually. I don't know what it is. Shannon's on here. Hey, Shannon. Something about their accent, you know what I mean? Hot dog, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I want to think I'm making fun of them. And then Philly got Jones, you know what I mean? Like, man, I love it.
Wait a minute, but don't forget about DC too. Now give me some DC accents, Bootsy.
Oh, you already know Kill Mo, you know what I mean? And A Young, and but I just love how the fact that I just love the flavor that all these cities have, you know what I mean? And I love Baltimore flavor as well. Man, once again, shout out to Shannon. Her album is amazing. If you listen to her theme song, it's amazing. And I've really become a real fan of Shannon. Like, if Shannon had a fan club, I would at least be the vice president because she got a husband and got kids. So I know they would get there. But I would definitely be on the board of her fan club.
You'll be on the board.
Oh, no question. That's how much I love her music.
Yeah, she's talented.
And so, again, as we celebrate a birthday today, just kind of taking, you guys know me. I'm just kind of giving you some insights. And, I'm the kind of person that scours Facebook. I'm the kind of person that scours YouTube. I'm the kind of person that gets emotional about anything to do with family. Again, I can't talk about my birthday. I can't talk about my life. Here we go. I can't talk about my life without talking about my wife, right?
Who's your wife again? Because everybody don't know.
Allison Seymour.
Allison Seymour.
And again, having when we lose our elders, and that we say, we always say right now, everybody, I think giving people their flowers is a phrase that everybody's kind of using now. We all use, but really, I think, people always talk about how amazing Allison is, and she is, but she is that because of her amazing parents. And Allison's, it was almost like almost like a movie, like just a special upbringing.
you know. And so I'm just going to give you a little bit of,
I thought you were about to talk about how y'all met. My bad.
I'm going to give you a little bit about a little insight into Allison's parents, her mom and dad. Just a couple images to let you get an idea of her rich background and just how cool, the place she comes from, because then you understand who she is, So just a little bit as we celebrate my birthday.
Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold and lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since you've been here. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright.
You saw that? That's
you saw that. Woo! Man, they twins.
What a gift to have those pictures and memories. So many people don't have that much to look back to. That's such a blessing.
Isn't that crazy? And then and so you could see the girls, you can see.
Oh yeah.
Right? You can see all that, right? Yeah. And so as I celebrate my birthday, man, again, it just comes from a place. It's just gratitude for all the experiences and really just the journey. My biggest message for anybody out there is, again, it's like don't stop believing. Right. And that's one thing I'll say about, I was went to Delicious Beverage. We went to a trade show last week or so. And one thing about entrepreneurs, and I don't think people really understand, entrepreneurs are grinding every day. It's like, and the thing about them is, how people say, oh, the so-and-so, he owns this, he's good. It don't work that way. You could be, you can be up, every day is a new day. And I think that's one thing about the entrepreneurial spirit. It gives you a toughness. It gives you have to face that every day. And I think, us 9-to-5ers, it's different. You kind of looking for that check every 2 weeks. But when you got to go kill it and eat it every day, you have a different mindset about everything. But so that's entrepreneurs. But then just in general, I think in life, it's the same way. Like, don't let your job, don't let your comfort lull you into not going after your dreams and not going after what you desire, not going after what's important to you. Don't allow, you waste your time just watching reality shows and you're almost living someone else's life and not putting any time into your life. It's kind of like, and it'll sneak up on you. You come home from work, you're 9-to-5, or you're at a job. You just want to decompress. I don't want to feel like I'm laughing at myself because I have this online real estate pre-course, and something always comes up. I'm supposed to be locked in on a schedule, but everything always comes up, and I'm pushing myself through because, again, this is exactly what happens. You get too busy doing this, you get too busy doing that, and then you're back to square one. Versus when you look back, there's nothing greater than looking back and saying, when you knock something out, you're like, man, I got that certificate, or I went ahead and da. Versus, I didn't do it this time. It's kind of like, so I just think for me, it's kind of celebrating the birthday. It's really kind of like that. And also, let's keep it real. I'm 56. You're looking at legacy. You're looking at what have you done? That's one thing I love about what you're doing, Bootsy, is I don't give a damn. Love Bootsy or hate Bootsy. He has pushed kids into a position to win. Yeah. And if you died today, that's what's going to be said. It ain't gonna say he didn't do nothing. It ain't about him having a Maybach. It ain't about him having a mansion. It's about, did he change your life? Yes, I did. Check the box. Go ahead, Bootsy. You're on to the next phase. What have you done? And so, as we get ready to wrap things up, this right here, I loved the late Elijah Cummings, and this is one of those moments that I remember when it happened, Bootsy, and I remember. I said, that's a moment that's going to be burned in our psyche forever. And then, of course, he passed away shortly after this.
Right.
But it was like that moment I'd never forget. Now, was he a perfect man? No. Elected officials, they are who they are. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do. But to me, his words in that moment on the stage made a difference. And even if people who don't want to admit it, even the people who are caught in there, whatever, and just I know a lot of people heard what he was saying, and so this is, as we get ready to wrap it up, this is one of my memories, and I love Elijah because he said something to us, Bootsy, that we didn't get until it was too late. He pulled me, Troy, and Marva. For those who don't know, Big Fat Morning Show. We're on in Baltimore for almost a decade, and so about 4 years in or so, he pulls us into his office, and he has us come meet him at his office. And he said, what are you guys going to do? We're number one morning show. We're respected. We're trying to do positive things. He says, no, what are you going to do? You guys know how this is going to end. You're not going to be at 92Q forever. What's your plans? What are you going to do?
Wow.
You need to start thinking about that. He said, look at all the people who came before you and see what happened to them. And so, at the time we're like, wow, that was kind of weird. Why? But not necessarily, because then you'd be like, does he know something?
Right.
And sure enough, he was right. The party ended first for Marva, then for Troy, then for me. But I always loved that about him. Also, I loved about him was being in Baltimore, and I used to speak at graduations, and I used to speak at events. But you do not want to follow Elijah Cummings, baby, because he is about to bring the ruckus, okay? He's going to make you laugh. He's going to make you cry. He's going to make you think. You do not want to follow him. I'd be like, nope, I'll go first. I'll introduce him because no. So this moment is one that I just stayed with me, and I'll play it as we wrap things up.
You got caught up in it. And some kind of way, I hope that you will, I know that it's painful going to prison. I know it's got to be painful being called a rat. And let me explain. A lot of people don't know the significance of that, but I live in the inner city of Baltimore. All right? And when you call somebody a rat, that's one of the worst things you can call them, because when they go to prison, that means a snitch. I'm just saying. And so, President called you a rat. We're better than that. We really are. And I'm hoping that all of us can get back to this democracy that we want and that we should be passing on to our children so that they can do better than what we did. And so you wonder whether people believe you. I don't know. I don't know whether they believe you. But the fact is that you come, you have your head down, and this has got to be one of the hardest things that you could do. Let me tell you the picture that really, really pained me. You were leaving the prison, you were leaving the courthouse, and I guess it's your daughter had braces or something on. Man, that thing hurt me. As a father of two daughters, it hurt me. And I can imagine how it must feel for you. But I'm just saying to you, I want to first of all thank you. I know that this has been hard. I know that you face a lot. I know that you are worried about your family. But this is a part of your destiny. And hopefully, this portion of your destiny will lead to a better Michael Cohen, a better Donald Trump, a better United States of America, and a better world. And I mean that from the depths of my heart. When we're dancing with the angels, the question will be asked, in 2019, what did we do to make sure we kept our democracy intact? Did we stand on the sidelines and say nothing? Did we play games? And I'm tired of these statements saying, people come in here and say, oh, this is the first hearing. It is not the first hearing. The first hearing was with regard to prescription drugs. Remember, a little girl, a lady sat there, Miss Wortham, her daughter died because she could not get $333 a month in insulin. That was our first hearing. Second hearing, H.R. 1, voting rights, corruption in government. Come on now. We can do more than one thing. And we have got to get back to normal. With that, this meeting is adjourned.
Whoop, man. It feels like we've lost those kind of people, right? It feels like they're not around. But the good news is we can be those kind of people. And I'm just proud to have you guys and everybody who watched or who's watching for the first time or for the last time who follows. Hey, I know that, we can make a difference, and we do make a difference. And as I celebrate my birthday, I'm just appreciative of all good and bad, Bootsy, all those comments that are still going on that Flat Earth show. Man, dude, those comments are still going on. It's like over 400 people have watched that show. They are mad. They calling people stupid, but hey, I love all that. I love all that. It's all because the funny thing about all of it, Bootsy, and I think the part that I think when you're young, or not even young, I think what happens is when you get to a certain space in life is that what's important to you is important to you. And the other stuff, it just kind of is what it is, Right. And I think people, I remember that when you're young, you want people to care. You want people to care about the same shit you care about. But it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
People, how can you not? I just don't. I'm sorry. This little box I'm working on over here, and you working on this box, and it's okay. We can all have different boxes.
Yeah, you get to a place of peace when you realize that that's a place of peace. When you're like, you know what, I'm good over here. You're good over there.
Right.
It's fine. I still love and support you. However, I'm not tripping off of it anymore.
Well, and that was the thing about Bootsy that's interesting about with Dr. Shanklin yesterday, who is a minister. He was very non-judgmental. He never got it. He wasn't putting nobody in a box.
Right.
And I think it was so refreshing. I think I was kind of caught off guard by it as I thought about it, because he wasn't most of the time, ministers are trying to push you in a direction.
Yeah. But the other thing was he kept emphasizing was, whatever it is you believe or whatever it is, the only thing that's going to matter is what you do for people, how you treat people, how you engage with people, and where's your purpose. He always went back to his point. The interesting thing was we actually talked yesterday afterwards about 20 minutes. We had an amazing conversation, but his point was always like, no matter what it is, the only thing that's going to matter is what did you do? Like Elijah Cummings just said, what did you do and who did you help and what did you do? Whatever it is you got, what did you use to empower other people with it? So I thought this point was a human point. It was amazing.
Well, and that, I think, is a great way to wrap up the show. Samantha Dunning.
Happy birthday, Marc. Happy birthday. I'm happy and honored to be on your platform, to be in the space that you are growing and developing, and sky's the limit. And you've already seen that. 56, who cares? 56, like people understand. If people can get out of their head that there's cutoff, like you said, life is forever flowing,
Okay, Sam.
I mean, I'm just saying, and at the top of 2022, I was just like, this is going to be the best year ever. And just when you start, like I said, manifesting things, like things come in your lap and it will drop, it will happen. And that's what I've just seen. And I'm just so proud to see that and to be a part of it. So happy birthday. Enjoy the day, enjoy the week. enjoy the month. You know,
Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. The greatest thing about age I've ever heard was Birdie White told me age is a state of mind. He said I could be as old as I want, or I could be as young as I want. And he said the last time I checked, I'm 1976, and whatever that means, it means. And he says every day when I get on that stage, I'm 1976. So be clear what your transformation of your journey of health wise, you know, the surgery, but just the way you live now, you're probably 40 something at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
So obviously you're definitely, but once again, your preparation has finally met the opportunity. You're so deserving of it. You so earned it. Nobody gave you nothing. You manifest this. You worked at it. You stay committed. And I think, you know, for once, we all get to enjoy and see the fruits of the harvest. The harvest has now come. But if anybody deserves it, man, you really do. Thank you for allowing me to take this ride with you. Thank you for allowing me to bring Samantha on and throw that in. But also, thank you for allowing me to drag you and your wife into my program.
Yes.
Even last month, I know I threw y'all in that situation last week. Thank you so much, man. There is no amount of gratitude that I have for just how giving you are. But be clear, if it's anybody that's gonna be more happy that first day you on TV, it's gonna be me, bro. I assure you, no, I'm gonna be more happy than Allison and your kids. You watch that.
We're gonna wrap it up, and again, I'm gonna wrap it up with the video you guys saw at the event. I don't think Sam, you weren't there, but you said so. I'm wrapping it up, and thanks, guys. And tomorrow, same bat time, same bat station. Peace out. This is Brian Gumble. When I was a kid, I wanted to be on TV like Brian Gumble and Howard Cosell until I heard this.
On the roll call. Dr. Jockenstein, it's time for a roll call. Roll call.
You dial 969-100. The telephone number to my stereo. 462-8500. Call me now for the roll call show. The DJ, Dr. Jockenstein, ready to operate on your mind. Said what's those names?
Just go and hello, man.
Oh, what's that song?
Right now it goes down.
Give me that number one school.
We call it L.O.G. Senior High.
Favorite teacher with the golden rule.
Lady from the magic lady, no lie.
I said to check it out. Say you're on the go. The number one FM stereo.
Rock, 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 rock. Shake it, boom, bang, pop. You got disco, try shake it, boom, bang, jam. You got a mellow man. Shake it, boom, bang, woo. You got us too. The devastating jocks from a heck of a crew.
Because of Jockenstein, I was hooked on radio. I went to SIU Carbondale, majored in radio television. My first gig in Huntsville, Alabama, where I started my bad fashion choices, note the bolo tie. And then from there, it was St. Louis and the Breakfast Crew with Tony Scott and Deneen Busby and Malcolm Briggs. Also, my fashion choices continued. The bald head, no mustache. The beard, I had it going on. And then I met the love of my life, Allison Seymour, and followed her to the DMV and landed the biggest radio job of my career in Baltimore with the Big Fat Morning Show. And boy, did we have fun. I had suede. I had food choices. I started to gain weight. I hung out with celebrities. We had so much fun, and then we were let go. Me and Troy landed at WHUR for a short time, and then off to New York for 3 years where I commuted. I got a chance to meet the celebrities. We had terrible ratings, but I had a great time. I met Tom Joyner, and I did what I love to do in New York. Then it was back to HUR for a few months with the wife. We had a short time, and then this.
I call it, reinventing Marc for a lot of reasons, and it's so funny. This has happened in my life actually quite a few times. So reinvention in that the radio journey with WHUR is over. In less than 2 years, they made a decision to let us go, which was weird. Me and my lovely wife, Allison Seymour. So here I am again on the path of employment, expanding my company. I do have Marc Clarke Media, and so now it's time for me to really grow that. And then, of course, my weight, up and down all these years. And this journey is different because I'm going to do the sleeve. So I'm going to have the surgery, and it's going to be a great, exciting ride. And I've started this many times before, but this time I feel like it's going to be special.
Never would have made it. Never could have made it.
So I did it.
Without you.
And I felt like this was going to be different than all the other times. I had too much to risk. I had too much to live for, to backslide, to not be disciplined, to not get through. And I also felt like something big was going to happen.
Never could have made it.
7:15 on the Facebook treadmill, on the Allison and Mark page. Join us. Also, reinventedmarcclarke.com. Make sure you move your body Monday. Thanks for all the support and prayers, everybody. I'm back after my sleeve surgery. Let's get it popping. 30 pounds down and ready to lose about 150.
What's going on? Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. I'm Marc Clarke, and I wanted to hop on real quick before, every morning at 7:15, join me on my treadmill with a message during the week, and we do that at 7:15 a.m. on wherever you're watching this right now, YouTube or Facebook Live. Just wanted to hop on. This is heading into week 4 after my gastric sleeve surgery, and wanted to give you an update. So for those who are into the stats, my pre-surgery weight, before I even, got on any kind of plan, was about, I think my highest was between 375 and 372. My weight on surgery, I'm still kind of shaky. That week I was 365. Okay. And then today I'm 320.
So joining me this morning to share this message, we have media personality and also the creator of Inventing Marc Clarke, Mr. Marc Clarke himself. Welcome back to Great Day, Washington. It's been a while.
Ellen, it's always a joy to be on, and of course, as I watch my wife every morning, it's always fun to be a part of the family.
Absolutely. Allison is definitely part of our family, and so are you, Marc. I have been following you all year because I saw your hashtag, Reinventing Marc Clarke. I was like, well, what is he up to? What is this all about? What are you doing this year, Marc?
Ellen was going to have a baby, and Allison suggested that I audition for her spot, and I did.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome into Great Day, Washington. I'm Kristen Bursett-Harris.
And I'm Marc Clarke. We've got some tips for your family airline travel today and a local organization who's making a difference for LGBTQ families.
But first, let's get to the latest on the coronavirus vaccine. Federal health officials are warning of an extremely rare but potentially serious side effect of Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine.
At this point, I was feeling okay, but then all hell broke loose.
The CDC has received preliminary reports about 100 cases of people who've developed Guillain-Barré syndrome after getting J&J single-shot dose. An autoimmune disorder affects the nerves and can lead to paralysis.
Oh, well, back to the drawing board. This is not good. After the audition, Allison asked me how I did. I said, well, I started out okay, but I kind of stumbled. I look kind of shiny. I don't know. I hope so. Come on, Jesus.
Something new is coming to Great Day, Washington.
It's me, Marc Clarke, from radio to TV. Get ready for me in the morning.
And I'm still here, too, so catch us on Great Day, Washington, weekdays at 9 a.m. right here on WUSA 9.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
So needless to say, we all celebrated that day. I'm back.
What's up, family? November last year, I started the Reinventing Group after losing my job. Today, I started my first day of the new job. Started the group with about one person. Now we got over 100. My YouTube page, Reinventing Marc Clarke, now over 1,000 subscribers. God is good. Life is good. Let's go. What's up?
So here we are today. I'm feeling good, looking good, down over 100 pounds. I get a chance to play with my wife at work, get a chance to be on TV every day. Also coming up, Reinventing Marc Clarke Television 2022. Here's a look inside the studios. That's on the way. Also the many brands that Marc Clarke Media is supporting. Also events like Born to be Dope coming up in February. We are wide open and looking for partners, looking for sponsors, looking for people who want to attach themselves to the amazing brands that are associated with Marc Clarke Media. We don't have a lot of money, but what we have is character, integrity, drive, and a need to serve the community and provide not only great information and skill, but compassion. From my children's books to all those things that we're associated with, including our podcast. Marc Clarke Media is here to serve and make the world a better place. If your company wants to be a part of it, wants to associate with it, please go to our table, get signed up. Have a great time tonight. Thank you.